What's up, you guys? Let's see. Fine. Hello, loves. Oh, I'm so happy to see you all on here. Even though my computer and my damn phone has been acting up for the last hour, but hopefully it starts acting right. Because my phone has been, I don't know what's wrong with my signal. I don't know what's going on. Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
All right, let me turn this up a little bit. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna let a couple more people. Yeah, retrograde has been interesting. All right, so this is going to be a little session that we're going to do about must knows, things that you want to pay attention to, or at least know if you're starting your business or even if you're already in business. This is Samara. She is my accountant. She does accounting for Five Finance. So make sure you follow her, support her business. I believe she does do consultations and stuff, but she'll tell you more about what she does and how you can get in contact with her. So yeah, a good bit of you guys are on here. So I'm just going to go ahead and let her take it over, and I will chime in with my experiences and letting you know how my journey went in regards to what she's saying. But for the most part, she's going to go ahead and talk her talk. So I'm going to be quiet and let her tell y'all what's up.
Yes, everybody hear me right?
You're kind of low. You're low.
Oh, hold on. Let's see. Is that better?
So you're still kind of low. Can everybody hear her?
No.
No, you're still kind of low. Like your volume is low.
And I have it turned all the way up. See.
Mine is. Can you guys hear her? There's an echo.
Is there an echo?
Maybe I'm gonna see if I can maybe go back off and then come back on, or
Let's try that. Let's see if I can. I was
all right,
trying
hold
to
on
do
one
it.
second.
Is there still an echo?
Yeah, they're saying there's an echo, so let's see if you can come back on, go out and then come back on.
All right, I'm gonna go out.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, we'll try it if she comes when she comes back in. Okay, you guys can hear her now, so hold on, let me add her back in. It's just, yep, it's just retrograde, nothing you can do about it. Hopefully when she reconnects, we'll be fine and we'll be able to start. And my phone keeps wanting to fall out of this damn phone stand. I'm gonna have to put it right here. Thanks. All right, it says I'm live. Hopefully. All
Okay,
right.
better.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of low to me, but I can, if they can hear you, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Sorry for the technical difficulty, guys. As Harley mentioned, I am Samara. I'm gonna push you guys back a little bit. Okay, I don't want to be like all up in your face. Okay, cool. All right. My name is Samara. I am the CEO of Five Finance. It is an accounting firm, and so we do offer services for individuals and for small business owners. And so that's how me and Harley met. I believe you found me on Thumbtack, right?
My assistant found you,
Right.
and I was like, I like her, I want her, and we went from there.
Tonight's session is all about strategies, right? Things that I have learned on my own, some the hard way, and then things that I've learned just by having a lot of clients, right? And so, what I think is like the number one thing, and I'm going to give you guys some little gems at the end too, but I'm going to talk about my five things. The number one thing that I say, if you're an entrepreneur, um, you should do before you even get the ball rolling is protect yourself. Okay. I think oftentimes we have this passion, right, to do something, and we're good at doing it, and we don't think about the business aspect of it at all. And so what we do is we set ourselves up to fail when we do that. And so very early on, you have to implement strategies to protect yourself. And so when I say that, the first thing that I would advise you to do is be an LLC. Okay. I mean, it's really easy to do. Some people use like LegalZoom or whatnot. I wouldn't advise doing that. You can do it yourself.
Very
If you
easy.
need help on how to do it yourself, I will be happy to consult and walk you through on how to do it yourself. But save yourself some coins and do it yourself. So definitely set up a LLC. It's a limited liability company. So what that does is it separates your personal from your business. Okay, so if something were to go down, you were to get sued, any legal ramifications, it would be the business that would get sued, not you yourself. So that is the number one thing. At the bare minimum, please protect yourself. Okay, so that's what I advise all my clients to do. Number two, make sure you are tracking your expenses and revenues in some accounting platform. I cannot stress to you how important this is because at the end of the day, right, you're gonna have to file a tax return. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta pay Uncle Sam, and so it can get costly if you're not tracking that properly throughout the year. It can get costly at the end of the year when you give your books to an accountant, someone like me, because they may charge you a premium to clean everything up and to manually go in and put that information into an accounting platform. So if you start tracking it from the initial start of your business, then you've already got one leg up, right? You're making sure that you're setting it up properly and you're tracking it properly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So please make sure you do that. It's imperative. Oh, to revisit the whole protect yourself, right? I want to go into detail because this is very important. When you sign up to be an LLC, when you sign up to be that limited liability company, you have to do that in practice as well as on paper. So, what I mean is, if you have a checking account or any type of operation account for your business, keep your personal separated. Because what will happen is if somebody were to sue you, like if they were to come after you and your personal finances are tied in with that with those business finances, everything in that account is fair game. So it's important that you keep that separate, okay? Because you having that all intermingled can negate your limited liability. Just FYI. Just wanted to make sure I plug that in because some people say, "Oh yeah, I set it up smart. What's the problem?" Boo. We gotta keep it separate, right?
Facts. That's facts.
So, um, so I said protect yourself. I said track your expenses and revenue. And then there's accounting platforms out there. There's Wave. I think that's like 100% free until you start doing some other things. QuickBooks is what I use because I'm a QuickBooks Pro certified. I'm a certified QuickBooks Pro advisor. So I usually plug QuickBooks and QuickBooks grows with you. So I like that aspect of it. There's Zoho. It's out there. It's for like larger, like medium firms to like a large firm. So it can grow with you as well. Um, but again, whatever accounting platform you're choosing, one, make sure that it interacts with other applications. So if you're someone who's going to be selling product on an online store, you want to make sure your accounting system can talk to whatever you're using to process payments and easily, right? So that your accountant can have peace of mind, you can have peace of mind, like everything just talks to each other. That's why like I love QuickBooks because honestly, I have not met another, like I haven't seen another application that doesn't work well with QuickBooks.
Mm-hmm.
And it grows with you, right? And it's been around for the longest, I think. Don't quote me on it, but I just love it. So I always try to plug QuickBooks.
That's what I
Okay, so
use.
yep, that's what hard use. So we said protect yourself, track your expenses and revenue, um, and then track your equity. So equity is basically what you yourself as the owner has put into the business. So listen, this is a tax strategy. So that's why I need y'all to pay attention. So when you open a business up, more than likely you're using your own money. right? You're funding that business with your own money, unless you have like investors or whatnot. But for the most part, we fund our businesses with our own money. So you need to make sure that you're keeping track of how much of your own money you have put into the business. Because when the business starts to turn a profit, right, we can make withdrawals from that money tax free. So that's why I say it's a tax strategy to do
Mm-hmm.
that. That's a little gem. That was a lot to give to y'all, but
Y'all better
um,
be writing this down.
right, y'all better write this down. So again, there's a proper way to make sure that you're tracking that equity, because when you're making those withdrawals, right, from the contributions that you make, it can be tax free. I don't want to use quotes because it's not quotes, it's legit, it's tax free. But you got to do it properly, right? So that's the key. And so then the fourth rule: work with a professional. Please, I cannot stress to you how important it is to just consult with a professional first before you just I know, like, I know how you, I'm telling you, I'm preaching to the choir. I know, because y'all are here now because y'all like, hey, listen, I got goals, I got dreams, but I want to do it right. But for some of us, we may have just said, I just want to do it, so I'm gonna just do it. And so what that does is it can create a lot of heartache for you down the road, right? It's easy to get into trouble, but we all know it's hard to kind of get out of it, right? It's a process. And so when we start shaking and moving without consulting with a professional, then you're probably going to run into more expenses, right? Possibly penalties, fees will be assessed because we didn't take the time to seek a professional's opinion and have things set up properly.
Yep.
So when you are thinking about starting your business, I don't care how small it may be in your mind or how big it may be in your mind, make sure you're seeking professional advice. And I'm talking about across the board. You may need a lawyer, right? You may need a lawyer to make sure that you have things incorporated properly. Definitely seek an accountant's advice to make sure that your books and stuff are set up properly, right? So make sure that you're doing your due diligence to talk to those people, right? Those professionals that can give you good sound advice to save you coins down the road.
Yep.
um, okay, and so now we're at number 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tax strategies. So I pride myself on being a tax strategist. And because I am a tax strategist, it also goes with my whole mantra about building wealth, right? So, and growing in that aspect. So, what I advise, especially businesses, but also individuals, start implementing tax strategies early. And the way to do that is to start planning early. You should be planning for your taxes all year long. Like, it shouldn't be something that you say, okay, come December 31st, oh my goodness, I got to get all my stuff in order. No, it's too late. Boo, you already, like, it's too late. It's too late at that point. So I always, and this is why you should work with a professional first, because a professional can tell you some things that you can set up for your business that will serve as a credit, a tax credit, or a tax deduction come the end of the year. But we can't do that if you don't like get us in early, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you can circle back to it, but think about all the money that you've already wasted, right? All the cost that's going to be associated with you redoing what you've already done.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I advise you to definitely seek a professional's opinion, advice from the go. It'll save you a lot of heartache, a lot of pain. Um, so that's basically it at a high level. I mean, I want to recap. So I said protect yourself, right? Track your expenses and revenue, track your equity. It's a tax strategy, right? Work with a professional early on and make sure that professional is implementing some tax strategies for you. Again, not all accountants are tax strategists, right? Not not all tax strategists do accounting. Some people just they stay in their lane. Me, I'm in multiple lanes. I'm swerving. So but I pride myself on trying to stay on top of like the different laws and everything so that I can be a benefit to my client. Right. That's where the value add comes in. And so that's what I want to do. I want to do more than just keep your books. I want to try to help you grow too and save. So I think that's about it. You have anything you want to add, Harley? Did I miss anything?
Yeah, just you touched on so many things that I wish I'd known before I started, but the good thing, I mean, I meant to be the quote unquote the guinea pig. I learned the hard way so that people don't. I'm cool with that. I am getting things together, but what she said, definitely getting things in order because I feel like really what happens is we don't expect I did not expect my business to take off the way
Right.
it did. Like what? So I that's kind of why I never really thought I don't need all that's not going to be a big deal because I never thought. So that's what I think it's more just jumping into it because it's like, oh, it's not going to be that big of a deal, but it grew and it started getting out of control. It was like, okay, look, I'm over my head, so then that's when I consulted you, but I would have definitely liked to have things in order before. LLCs is very important. I've done a ton of giveaways where I've helped people with their funding for LLCs. It's very easy to do. Do it through your state website. If you, like I said, talk to her if you need help. Finances separate. That was something I learned the hard way too. Personal and business separate is important. Having your taxes is important. All the stuff that she said is very, very important. Equity wise, I didn't really have a lot of startup, but I do wish I could have kind of go back and be like, what did I invest? But like I said, these are things that I wish I would have known. And if you guys missed this, I don't know, make sure you write stuff down, go back and watch this because if I would have known this, I would have saved a ton of money. Like I touched a lot of money last year, but a lot of it is like,
You
it's,
don't know where it went.
all over the damn place. It's all
Right.
over the place.
Right.
And it's cool because I'm like, all right, that was, like I said, I go through things so y'all don't have to. I got that. But this year, I'm going to be good. We're going to really start to see ascension now because it's orderly. And that's one thing I like about Samara is she's hip enough that she's understanding, but she's also very structured where I'm not. Like she's on things like, which is what you need sometimes. I'm not a very structured person. So it's being real about your advantages and your disadvantages. As a business owner, and one of those things that most people are not doing the back end, unless you're an accountant or unless you're already into that, let somebody else handle it. I think her prices are very reasonable for what I am bringing in. I can pay her every month, so I'm pretty sure she has something for everyone. So just check her out. Her stuff will be listed, so you guys, everybody's like, I need her contact information. I'm definitely gonna have y'all make sure y'all hit her up. Make sure she's gonna be here. So
Do we
we
have
are
any
gonna take like
questions?
3 questions really quick. They're just
Yeah.
gonna be 3 questions. I'm gonna let Samara choose which one she wants to
Uh,
talk about. So
let's see. I'm
three
scrolling.
questions.
Woo, we got a lot of woo, Harley. Wait a minute. We got a lot. Let's see.
Yeah, we do. I'm telling you, people want this stuff.
Let's see. Can you give a little more info on LLCs? I don't know if I missed something or not. Okay, so a LLC is a limited liability company. What it does is it limits the liability on the individual owner of the company. So you won't be liable should anything happen under the operation of the company. Okay, so the company itself will take on full liability if someone were to sue the company or some legal actions were to be brought against the company. Right. So that's what an LLC is, very short and dirty. Let's see. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm squinting, y'all. I'm a little old. Okay, so
You can't tell. You can't tell.
yes, please tell us the category in QuickBooks we put under equity. Yes, and please tell us the category in QuickBooks we put under equity. I'm not sure I understand that. Okay, so when you are putting in your personal funds into equity, right? You should have a chart of account set up. That's why I say seek a professional. Now I'm about to throw a bunch of accounting terms at you that you probably gonna go over your head. So A chart of accounts is basically a series of general ledger accounts where you would categorize things, right? So expenses go in one bucket, revenues go in one bucket, and equity goes in another bucket. This is very high level, y'all, because it can get really in depth, but y'all don't think that's sexy. I do. Anyways, so when you are putting your own money into the business, it should go into an equity account. And the name of the equity account for LLCs or single member LLCs or sole proprietors, it should say owner's equity. Okay. And so whenever you are using your credit card, right? Your personal credit card, not a business card, your personal credit card. That should be listed under owner's equity, right? When you are just putting money into your business checking account because you know that it can't make payroll without it or can't pay a vendor without it. That should go to your owner's equity, all right? So that's how you keep a track of that to make sure that when the business is stable enough, right? For you to make withdrawals from that equity, then you can make those withdrawals tax free. All right. So I hope I answered. That was realistic, mystic. I hope I answered that. Um, okay, let's see. So keeping personal and business separate. Do you put yourself on payroll? Oh, this is a tax strategy, y'all. So when you are a single member LLC, or a small business owner, but usually people are single member LLCs. You can put yourself on payroll. Okay. I would advise you to do it for two reasons. At the end of the year, when you go to file your taxes as a single member LLC, the eyes of the IRS, in the eyes of the IRS, you are a sole proprietor, which means you are self-employed. So they are going to assess tax on your income and they're going to assess self-employment tax on you because they say, hey, it's not fair that everybody else has to pay employment tax throughout the year and you don't have to pay. So they're going to assess that on you. Now, if you are a sole proprietor, I should say, or single member LLC, um, who is an S corp, right? Then you can pay yourself as an employee and you cannot have to pay that self-employment tax. A little nugget for you. So that was a good question. But there's a proper way to set it up. S corps aren't for everybody. I will say this: there's a certain level of revenue that I like to see clients reach before I say let's pull the trigger on that, because it could get costly in filing fees and whatnot. So again, just a strategy, right? Just another tax strategy that I implement. So me and you, Harley, we probably need to talk after this too, because I saw some things. Anyway,
Yeah.
so again, just another strategy, but that is a good question. Yes, putting yourself on the payroll is something you can do. I would encourage you to do so. It's a good way also of seeing how stable the company is, because if the company can't afford to pay you, then you might want to revisit the drawing board and see what's broken, right? In the process. And again, that's going to take getting good financials, which you would have if you had a professional, making sure your books and everything were on point. So cool.
All
I gave
right.
you 3.
All right, awesome. So I thank you so much for coming on here. As you can see, everybody was looking forward to it and loved it. I am going to leave this up, guys, so you can watch it and go back and watch it. But I will have her information down there so you guys get in contact with her. She's serious about needing to talk to somebody else about it because we don't know everything. There's people in here who I'm sure even if you do accounting, you can get someone else's opinion because you never know what strategies that she knows and things like that. So definitely get in contact with her. But
Right.
thank you for coming on. I hope you have a good rest of your day, okay?
Thank you so much for having me. I didn't so you guys can visit the website too, fivefinance.com.
Oh yeah.
Charlie's going to put like all of my social media links in there. So please feel free to jump on over, hit me up so we can connect and do a consultation. I'd be happy to discuss with you guys anything you had further, because I know there were a lot of questions I didn't get to them all. So definitely book a consultation if you need more detail.
All right, yes, get on it. Don't wait. Don't be like me, cause y'all know I'm stubborn. I was like, man, I don't need that. Yes, the hell I do.
Got
Yes.
you.
Okay,
Got
so
you.
get on it. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Peace.
guys. See you later.